Alrighty, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's been a while since I've done a video. I do apologize for that. As I mentioned to those of you who are in our Discord, I have a family emergency. My mom is unwell and not been able to get to a computer. And today's video, too, is going to be done via my phone, as you guys can see right over here. But to be honest, this is all we really need, right? A simple template with our 10 simple moving average and our mango dynamic. Right over here, we're looking at the monthly time frame, and now, as you guys know, we've been keeping it very simple through a cyclical positioning perspective. There were two main objective tools to keep us on the right side of the trend, right? The monthly tennis and the bi-weekly dynamic. Over here, we're looking at the monthly tennis. Last month, we closed fine, right? We closed above the monthly tennis. In fact, we wicked off the monthly dynamic and closed above the monthly tennis. Great, okay? We did what we needed to do. Wasn't the best closed, okay? I would have liked for us to close somewhere around, let's see if I can, yeah, somewhere around here, 60,700. I would have liked for that, okay? So it wasn't the best close, but acceptable. What made things a tad bit uneasy was the open. Okay, we got the dreaded, unconvincing open, and now you're going to see the monthly tennis may be very sensitive to how price unfolds. So this month is going to be really important through a closing perspective. We want to see a nice green close above the current high that we have for the month. So 20 days though to go, 20 days to go before we can make any decision on that. So while we got a great close last month, the open was a bit questionable. Some of you might be asking me, Sean, why don't we just use the monthly dynamic for our cyclical positioning? The simple answer to that is, well, that wasn't the plan, right? You can't just change your plan halfway through. You can, provided you have a massive event, and now that massive event causes you to reposition and get back, or rather unposition and get back in position, etc., etc. That's a more complicated story, but for now, it you, there's not enough justification to change the plan. Okay, so you got to stick to the plan. And while the multi dynamic can be used for sure for something like, hey, I'm going to scale out my position once we lose the tennis may, right? For example, you can say, if we lost a monthly tennis may, get out 50% of your position, and then if you lose a monthly dynamic, get the rest out, right? You could do something like that to scale out. But I wouldn't wait for the multi dynamic, more so because that wasn't the plan, right? And all your positioning is based on what your plan is. Last cycle, it would have been a good plan too, to do something like what I just mentioned: scale out on the first close of the monthly tennis may, right? And then on the monthly dynamic, get the rest out. We can see right over here, we had a nice full close underneath the monthly dynamic, and there was no wick there whatsoever. Market retest the monthly dynamic and dumped right after, right? So it was, you had enough time to get out of your positioning, because if you scaled out on the monthly tennis may, bounce off the monthly dynamic, scale a little bit more out, you had enough time. So yeah, long story short, monthly dynamic is still going to be what we're using. Monthly dynamic is very important too, but you don't wait for that. That being said, again, 20 days before you can make a decision, that is a bit too long, right? So what we can look at is the bi-weekly next. Okay, and again, not changing any of our plans. The whole point of a plan is to stick to it. And while you may have wanted the bi-weekly dynamic to finally give you permission to exit, right? You might have been thinking, man, finally I get to end this torture. 6 months, 7 months of torture, I get to exit. Nope, you do not have permission yet. Not according to the bi-weekly dynamic yet, because we did close above the bi-weekly dynamic, and again, things look fine. Okay, you can use the bi-weekly tennis me as well as a guide to get aggressive now, right? So the bi-weekly tennis may, once we claim that, that's going to look good for price. But to be honest, you could just be super safe and say, you know what, I'm going to get aggressive only about 68,377 on the bi-weekly time frame, because that would essentially break the lower highs that we have been putting in place. You could use this level too over here at 70,000. So yeah, bi-weekly still looking fine. And now over here, the daily time frame is what I want to talk about next. Now, I did do a video around 4 days ago, more so because we were testing a key daily level, and the daily was the only time frame that was looking good at that point. Still kind of, to be honest. The daily is all you can. I'm trying to get to the daily. Apologies, guys. There we go. Daily. All right, cool. So 4 days ago, I tried to do a video, and I found after like a 12-minute recording that I had no audio. The audio, I hope the audio's recording now. Holy shit, don't do it again. Anyways, I think the audio should work this time, but we were sitting on the support level right over here. Right over here, right? And I think I only have a line there, but we were sitting on that support level, and that was the only thing that you could go on if you wanted to be bullish, right? That, hey, yeah, the trend is against me on the higher time frames, on the weekly, etc., but I have daily support here, and that was a key support level. Okay, key support level because of the historical reaction to that level. So it was definitely uh, good, I guess, to reasonable to expect a bounce over there. But now, if you want trend continuation, I would still be waiting for, at the very least, the daily dynamic to reclaimed. But that wouldn't be enough for me either. I want a close somewhere around here, like a high being put in somewhere around here, then a higher low somewhere around here, then a high, and then I want to see around 65,000 get reclaimed. I want to see a lot of action here for me to say the trend is beginning to flip. Good reaction, yes. Am I convinced? No. I know that's not what you guys want to hear, but this is the daily time frame. My opinion, I'm only going to be convinced once I start seeing that monthly really close well. So in the last video, I talked about just that, right? I'm okay, you know what, guys? Our hope right now is going to be on the daily showing up, and then that cascading on over to the bi-weekly, and then that cascading on over to the monthly. So we already got that daily bounce. Now we want to see continuation into the bi-weekly. The next bi-weekly close should show some more strength, and then the second bi-weekly close is going to coincide with the monthly as well, and we should get a better picture of what's going on. So far so good, though. It's not convincing. Nothing's convincingly bullish, but I'm not convinced on the bear side either yet, right? It's one of those torturous phases in the market. I'm doing the best I can with this phone analysis. I hope you guys did enjoy this one. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, let me know and I will try to answer. Again, I do apologize for not being able to do a proper video for you guys. I will be back soon, I promise you guys. Until then, do the mango way, do the easy way, do it the stress free way. Ciao.